What's going on, guys? Nakayama here, back again, and today what I've got for you is another X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Apologize, I am a little under the weather, probably hear a little bit of congestion, but anyway, I want to get something up for you guys. I have been really appreciating the feedback that I've been getting recently. So, I found this guy. This Wi-Fi battle came courtesy of the Wi-Fi room on Pokemon Showdown. You can find a lot of things there. I found a few shinies, I found a few Pokemon that I can breed now via the room there, which was amazing. I absolutely loved there. Probably go check it out. It's amazing. Anyway, now looking at his team, I know that Nidoking and that Talonflame are going to be a problem. I'm running a Tornadus, my Victini, my Sylveon, my Lucario, my Greninja, and my Dragalge. He is running a Latios, a Typhlosion, a Talonflame, Nidoking, Greninja, and Donphan. I know that he's going to lead off with the Donphan. He is not going to want to miss putting up his Stealthorks, especially with my Tornadus and my Victini out. That's going to do some heavy damage to them, and is also going to break any potential sashes that I'm going to have on my Pokemon, which I am running a Focus Sash on my Lucario, which really sucks, because, I don't get to use the Focus Sash. Anyway, I know that Nidoking is going to pose a problem, and I need to take out that Talonflame as soon as possible because of the Gale Wings priority. Those were my missions. That was my objective. Once I can do that, I could probably whittle down his team with what I had left. But anyway, we start off the battle, and going into this, he leads off with his Donphan, of course, which is to be expected. I'm not a fan of shiny Donphan. I like the bluish grayness of regular Donphan. I go for the taunt here, just to prevent him from throwing the Stealth Rocks. I was kind of hoping, maybe he had gone for the Ice Shard right off the bat, just to, kind of surprise me. But, Stealth Rocks. I miss my Hurricane, which sucks, and, I don't get any residual damage off. I was hoping for, though, maybe, Confusion, because I know Hurricane does have a chance for Confusion, which would be awesome, but, I don't, which is, oh well. I go into my Greninja. I know he's going to go for another Ice Shard, and he does. It only does 14 damage. Greninja taking it like a champ. His taunt wears off, and, which sucks. I was hoping for just another turn. I go for the Ice Beam. It takes him down to a sturdy. I was really hoping for a freeze, but that didn't happen. You'll notice that a lot of the, quote, hacks that happen in this battle really don't upset anything. This was one of the most fair battles I've had. He gets leftovers back. That doesn't really matter to me. I know whatever I'm going to hit him with next is going to take him out. I go for another Ice Beam. Pretty much anything on his team, if I'm not mistaken, besides this Typhlosion, at least takes neutral damage from it. So, Typhlosion takes the Ice Beam, and that little bit of damage right there does make a difference. I'm going to assume that he's Choice Scarfed. A lot of Typhlosions are, especially when they're in higher tiers. They got to overcome their speed deficiency. He goes for the Eruption. That really makes a huge difference, that little bit of damage, because Eruption goes off the HP that the Pokemon has. Full I want to say is 150. I want to say right now he's probably like 100, which makes a huge difference. But anyway, I go into my Dragalge. He's probably predicting Sludge Bomb. I am not an offensive Dragalge. I am a physically defensive Dragalge. I have the Scald, and it does well over half on this Nidoking. I am not kidding. I was really hoping for a burn, even though it's not a physical. It's rarely physical. He goes for the Ice Beam. I was honestly predicting the Earth Power here. Just stupid by me. I know he has the Earth Power here, but he had nothing better. I have a Pokemon that is immune to it, so it was better for him to go for the Ice Beam. Since the swap in for the Earth Power was, I also got hit by it. Good play on his part. I go out into my Victini. I'm gonna just hit something with the Blue Flare. I love Special Victini. A lot of people prefer to run a physical variant. I don't know why. Special Victini is amazing. I gotta say, Special Victini really is amazing. Probably because physical moves really do have a little bit more of a chance to miss, even with Victini's Victory Star. He goes out into his Greninja. I'm not gonna stick around for this. I'm just going out into my Sylveon. Special tank here. I figured he was gonna go for the Dark Pulse, which he does. I resist that. Take it like a champ. Ooh, gotta get a little bit of that water. I am a little bit sick. I get the leftovers back. He is going to want to switch out, which he does. I mean, there's no point in trying to stay in. He goes back out into his Nidoking. You know, shiny Nidoking. I actually prefer the regular Nidoking. I go for the Moonblast. I was really hoping for the special attack drop. If I had gotten the special attack drop, I would have been able to go for, I think if I would have gone for a Protect, I would have been guaranteed to live a Sludge Wave, gotten off a Moonblast, and that would have been the end of the Nidoking. This match might have been a little bit different, but I didn't get the special attack drop, so I'm not gonna even attempt to try and stay in on this. I know he's gonna go for the Sludge Wave, so I swap out into my Lucario, where that wonderful Steel typing comes in handy. I just get a free, you know, and I'm thinking, you know, he's probably gonna want to sack this off. He might want to sack this off. I'm going for the I'm going for the Extreme Speed, just in the off chance he is Scarfed. I'm gonna get that priority off, and it does a nice bit to his Typhlosion. I really hope that I was gonna take out the Nidoking, otherwise I probably would have gone for Close Combat or a Crunch, probably would have done a little bit more damage. Oh well, I go back out into my Dragalge, fearing the Eruption once more, or Flamethrower. I take that like a champ. That Focus Plus did almost nothing. I go for, he goes for the Focus Blast, he misses. I'm going to go for the Scald and knock this Typhlosion out, which is going to be wonderful, because this Typhlosion could actually do some work, because I believe they usually run HP Grass, Focus Blast, and then Eruption, and then either Fire Blast or Flamethrower, just so when their HP is down they have a Fire type stab. He brings back out the Nidoking. I know he's going to go for the Ice Beam here, but I've got no reason not to go for a Protect, just to get that little bit of HP back, so I have a little bit more HP when I have to switch back in on the Stealth Rocks. Smart play on my move. He had nothing to lose by going for the Ice Beam, which is also smart on his part. He swaps back out and goes into his Latios, which is, I mean, he's got the Psychic type advantage, which is smart, and the Dragon type advantage. I don't run a Dragon type move on mine. I go out into my Lucario. I'm thinking, okay, I can take one hit. He goes for the Psychic. If it had been Psyshock like most Latios run, I would have lived that. I would have gotten off a Crunch. That would have been a nice chunk of damage. Then I would have been able to go for Extreme Speed. But I do not live. He's not going to want to stay in. He does stay in, however. I'm assuming here he is probably choiced into a move. I go from the Moonblast. I mean, going by that damage, he had to be choice specs. So I do get the special attack off, which is really nice, because that means I would be able to actually live another move should he have gone for it. Which, you know, I was going for the Protect, which here, I mean, honestly, I probably could have predicted a switch, but I go for the Wish. Oh, smart, because I was thinking I was going to have to live another attack, which is smart on my part. I do get the HP back. I am back over half, which is wonderful news, because this Wish that will put me way up in my HP. I do believe it takes me up to my max HP of 202. Gotta love that. Love seeing over 202. I know I can take one Brave Bird. I ran the damage calcs, and I was like, okay, I can take one Brave Bird, and I risk this. I honestly risk this. I go for the Toxic, which is amazing, because now I can stall him out. To get that little bit of residual damage off on him. He does run the Leftovers, a Leftovers variant, which is actually my favorite variant of a Talonflame run Leftovers, and a bulky, fully invested in HP and attack instead of speed and attack, which I don't know why. I mean, it's got, your main move there would be Brave Bird, so I mean, he's smart. He's just gonna keep spamming Brave Bird, hoping I misclick or something. He's got no reason not to, he could switch out here. Honestly, he probably should have switched out here if he wanted to keep this Talonflame, which I'm honestly not surprised that, I'm honestly surprised that he didn't switch out. I'm pulling out here. I go back out into my Dragalge, my physically defensive Dragalge, which I love. I kind of wish I'd been able to get a Wish off here, but I just went in for Death Fodder. I figured that, whatever, I'm gonna die. And I live with 13 HP, which is amazing. And I mean, This honestly blew my mind. He gets that little bit of leftovers recovery. It's not going to help. I think we're on turn 3 or turn 4 of that toxic damage, so he's taking a good chunk every turn of that. I go for the protect. I want to stall out one more turn of that. I want to stall out one more turn of that toxic damage, which will take him out, which a Brave Bird would at that point finish him off with recoil and toxic damage. So he is down now at a good 20-25% at most. I go for the double protect, seeing that U-turn. I do not want him to you know, keep this Talonflame alive. This Talonflame needs to go down. Then my Greninja can come in and sweep, because I am an expert belt variant. So that means I can switch up my moves and I don't take any recoil, which I really do enjoy my Greninja. He comes out in the Nidoking. I know what's coming. I'm hoping he misclicked something, but he doesn't. I clicked on Scald, but you know, I think Ice Beam would have clearly done at least like 50%. Even with Dragalge's special bulk, I go out in my Victini. He is not going to want to take another blue flare. He goes back out into his Latios. And this blue flare is definitely enough to take him out. I was a little bit worried when it first came out, but then I'm like, okay, it's stab. I'm timid. I should be good to go here, and I was indeed. He goes out into his Greninja, and here, I really debated on whether switching out and sacking off my Victini yet. Decided not to switch out or sack it off yet, and I go into my Sylveon. Takes that Stealth Rock damage. That Stealth Rock was, can I tell you, that was the most annoying thing. Here he goes for the Scald. He was going to try and take out my Victini, and honestly, I just thought I was going to get burned here. I do not get burned. Excuse me. I go for at this next turn. I get after the leftovers. I go for the protect. I ran some damage calcs, and as long as I got the leftovers back on this turn, I would live another Scald at max damage, which is amazing. So here, I actually do live this next Scald, and of course, what am I going to go for? I'm going to go for the Wish. Had that been a crit, this game would have been over. I would have no chance of winning. I'll be honest, I would have had zero chance of winning because this Greninja. I do get the leftovers back on this turn, go up to nice 19 HP, both. That's wonderful. And honestly here, I wanted to predict the switch. I really did. Had I predicted the switch, probably could have knocked out this Nidoking. But, I mean, I had no reason to predict it. Safe move there was just to go for the protect. I do get my HP back, which is amazing. I love Wish Sylveon. It is amazing. Which is, I mean, it doesn't really necessarily work for itself all the time, but it does allow it to pass off. I decided the time is now just to go ahead and sack off my Victini here. He does finally reveal himself to have the Earth power, however, which is what I was predicting earlier with my Tornadus. I do believe that is my Tornadus. Tornadus, Thundurus, yeah, that's Tornadus. I go in here. I don't know what was possessing me to think that I could live in Earth Power. This thing is definitely choiced in. I was going to assume Choice Specs, Choice Scarf. It might have been Choice Specs. But nonetheless, I mean, whatever. He is definitely choiced in. I know I can live in Earth Power from this thing. A rend damage Coxus does 35% at most. I go for the Moonblast. This is going to be more than enough to take it out. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is going to bring us down to our last Pokemon each. That is just what I remember if this is Greninja. Here comes just a very stall part of the match. I go for the Protect. I think at this point, I'd already used up half of my Protects on my Sylveon, which is not good. I mean, if this had gone out any further, I would have had to start actually going on the offensive and instead of trying to stall out his Life Orb. He goes for the Ice Beam. I'm hoping for no crits. I need to get a Wish off. I live on 15 HP. I go for the Wish, which is really nice because I'm able to stall out on the next turn. I'm able to stall out on the next turn and get that HP back. I get the nice, yummy leftovers. I mean, leftovers are such a lifesaver. He goes for the Ice Beam again. He's just got to go for it. Dark Pulse is resisted. Scald isn't necessarily the strongest move. However, I probably would have gone for it just the chance on getting the burn, which would have probably won him the game. He does go for the Ice Beam here, which is good on his part. I mean, like I said, he's got no reason not to. Here, if I had gone for a Toxic, I think I could have lived another one, and this match might have ended like 1 turn sooner. 1 or 2 turns sooner, but I decided just, you know, keep wish stalling him out a little bit more. He does go for the Ice Beam here, and here I just put it all on the table. I put it all on the table. I wanted to go for the Toxic, and I get frozen. But I'm lucky. I get the 1 turn thaw. I cannot express how lucky I am right there to have gotten the 1 turn thaw. I mean, really, I was surprised. And with this HP up enough and the toxic damage that took him, that 12% is going to hurt. And I am able to get live another Ice Beam. Regardless, even if it had been a crit, I would have lived. I go for the Moonblast, which is finally going to finish off my opponent's Greninja, giving me the very close 1-0 victory. Now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this battle as much as I did. If you really liked what you saw, please feel free to leave a comment. Please leave a like if you enjoyed seeing this battle. Please leave a like. That really shows me how much you enjoyed the battle, and then it helps to motivate me to put out another video. I really hate asking for likes, but you know, that's what it means to me. If you really do like a video, you know, I'm not trying to ask for likes. But with that being said, guys, I will see you later on the next video.